And what's going on, everybody? Remy here from the Rodeo Plays, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. The last time we left off, Bakia, or how do I put this? The class trial started. We assumed that, Genocide Jack was behind everything. Turns out Genocide Jack and Toka are one and the same. Bakia pushed that pretty heavy, and then the tables flipped, in which we assumed that Bakia was actually the murderer. And now Makoto's thinking, like, wait a minute now. Something doesn't hold up with Bakia being the murderer. And now, we're gonna figure out what that something might just be.
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath.
Yeah.
What about all that bothers you?
That you're Byakuya. And because I know how smart you are, there's no way that'd just be the end of it. Wait, what was that just now? Something's not right. Kiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean... Can I really just accept what Bakia said is the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about what he said. Presence, the scene of the crime. It's not the escape record. I'm going with the scene of the crime.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that.
I thought we discussed this in the first class trial. There is a huge difference between we found a body here and this is where the body was murdered at. You feel me? I could have sworn we discussed this in the first class trial. There is a huge difference between the two.
How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene?
First I had your intention, now I got your interest, don't I?
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey Bakia, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Bakia, who had seemed so confident up till now, maybe Bakia never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Taka, I'm gonna tell you to stay in your place. Useful people are talking right now.
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that showed that the murder took place somewhere else. There is something that switched between the boys' locker room and the girls'. Oh, I remember this. Where is it? Yeah, look at these posters. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster featured a big-breasted supermodel among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was for a boy band popular with teenage girls. Now, unless any guy in here is gay, which I'm not going to shame you for, but if any guy in here is gay, why would this boy band poster be in the guy's locker room? And at any you ain't even got to be gay to have that one up there. That could just be a motivational thing to get like her, but really? Any female is not going to think that's not weird?
I got it!
Just saying.
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Already started. Genocide Jill is already becoming one of my favorites.
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Man, that shit sounds disgusting.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Alright. So now we gotta find something about boys' locker room carpet. The carpet in the boys' locker room found to have a blackish stain on it.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But
Correct.
Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
It's gonna be some weird shit, isn't it? Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? There's gonna be some weird shit out of his mouth, ain't it? Make your argument. Broken e-handbook. I have not gotten multiple bullets yet, for some reason.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook.
That's
She
not what I
was
wanted
the
to do.
ultimate programmer, after all.
Didn't Monokuma say these are unhackable?
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she
Oh.
had that,
She could get into the boys' locker room, no
Found it.
problem.
It took me a second. Theoretically, if Chihiro was able to use Leon's handbook, she could get into the boys' locker room. When we found Leon's handbook in the main hall, there was no doubt it was. In which case, can we really say she used it? Found
Is
it.
it really? Could Chihiro really?
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have. No, I don't. She used the thing.
Huh?
I'm talking about
Leon's handbook of
No, that's wrong.
That handbook broken, my guy. Cool theory, but I gotta deny it.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
But I feel like you were going somewhere with
I am
that.
struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
I mean, hey man, when you know you beat, you know you beat. Ain't no point in fighting it.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
From this moment forward, nobody try to open your handbook. Cause I don't want to hear that shit. And I don't want to see what the consequence is for trying that shit.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
Bitch, don't call me wrong. You ain't doing nothing to help this case.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room, and Byakuya is the one who really did it? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Oh, and what is that, Miss Kitty Geary?
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
What? Trials during breaks are a real... Wait, breaks during trials during breaks. Breaks during trials are a thing. I should know. I had to do jury duty recently, like maybe 2 months ago. It's a thing.
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Hey, it's Monokuma. Let's not piss him off and let's just go with it.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was...
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want us to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
You feel me? That's a fucking negative on you. You don't touch shit. In fact, somebody give me some tape so I can tape his hands together so he can't touch anything.
No way!
Never mind. I'm glad he has some sort of moral.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
Facts. Because we gonna be on your ass if you do.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything. It's just based on religious grounds, you know?
I am not religious, but I don't want to touch a dead body, let alone a girl's dead body. That's how you get everybody looking at you like a necrophiliac creep.
Very well. I'll do it.
Oh, you a savage. May God have mercy on your soul.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
So you can say I'm into necrophilia? Fuck no. Sakura, you do it. Ain't nobody gonna question Sakura. If you question Sakura, Sakura will fuck you up. And it eat you like a protein pill. I'm good. You won't question Sakura. You'll question me though. Y'all gonna look at me and be like, oh, Makoto, like touching dead bodies, I see. Fuck no. I'm not dealing with that shit.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Yeah, and Sakura doesn't seem the most enthused about the fact she has to do it either.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Yo, weird thought. If this is thanks to fucking Genocide Jill, I'm not gonna say it. Nah, I was going to, but nah.
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Yo, what did you find, my G? I'm so grateful it wasn't me. Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Yo, that's a trap, fam. That's a T-R-A-P. That's a trap, bruh. It's a trap. Nigga, nope, that's a trap card that just got triggered. Nigga, we out this bitch. Any of y'all who just try to spit game with your hero, oh my goodness, don't you feel like you need to go take a shower right now?
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
Yo, I'm sorry. That joke might have gone a little too far off. Anybody in the transgender community, if you feel offended by that, no, I was just joking. Okay.
What?
Oh, before you was spitting game, huh?
You're joking, right?
Look, everybody else who hear this shit, they shocked, but he fooled me so shocked because he was like, damn, I was actually spitting game at that.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Everybody, let's just slap hands together because we ain't the ones who did that shit. I'd have been pissed. I'd have been pissed to have Chihiro's dick in my hand. Goddamn.
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting.
How does it make it exciting if you already knew the twist? It's like watching an M. Night Shyamalan movie, but you already see the twist and what it's going to be. It's like, okay, so when it comes up, you're just like, all right.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial.
Monokuma, before we resume, I just want to say two things. First of all, everybody in here, all the guys in here who didn't touch Chihiro, I bet y'all sanity just like skyrocketed because you ain't want that on your hands. And number two, Sakura, you go wash your hands after this, right? I don't want to slap you high five for doing like 300 push-ups in a row. Now I got some of Chihiro's penis on my hand. You go wash your hands after this, right? I'm just hoping so. That's kind of disgusting if you don't. Just throwing that out there. I'm just trying to look out for you. You know, you got dead dick germs on your hand. You might want to wash that. All right? Cool. Let's hop back to it.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
To think that Chihiro was actually a guy, the thought had never crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Damn, I kind of miss Junko. Oh, wait, you thought I was going to say Sayaka? Fuck that bitch. She tried to set me up for murder. I miss Junko.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is a most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Besides who killed her. Or him.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
As always.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya's the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
Yeah, I'm this thing called human, okay? Mistakes will be made, fuck-ups are gonna happen. As Kevin Hart said, the only way you can reach perfection is if you fuck up, alright? You gotta take that to heart.
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but...
What the fuck you mean? Your reactions were concrete.
It's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct, for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
How the fuck did you even get in the girls' locker room to begin with?
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
I love how Byakuya thinks he's so fucking pure that he's above profanity. Everybody has used profanity in some way or another. You might as well just use it.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Hey, don't put me into this, alright?
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
And then we just made it all clear Byakuya wasn't the one who did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
To be fair, that's not a bad analogy.
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer's a guy.
I got it!
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it would have to be a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument. Celeste account. Wow, I am really not getting these.
Isn't there a...
Wait. I don't know what Celeste account was. I forgot. It's been a minute since I recorded this, okay? On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seemed she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes in a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise. But the clothes were not found at the crime scene. Celeste had not told anyone other than Makoto about this encounter. Okay.
Single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but... Did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
I'm almost certain I know what it is.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Never
Even
mind.
that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
Nope. Somebody else seen the victim.
No, that's wrong.
While she was still living. Well, he.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Yo, I still want to know how long it takes Celeste to get dressed in the morning with that fucking outfit. Or does she just sleep in that?
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
I mean, you refuse to tell anybody anyways, bitch. So, yeah.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Sure
It
didn't.
seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Yeah, 'cause you guys were in the girl locker room. That would make sense.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Ooh, what a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Big sense win.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Hifumi, it is not a good idea to tease the ultimate detective when she can fuck you up.
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Okay.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Make your argument. Get ready. Celeste account. Alright.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
That's cool.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, that's wrong.
Quick question. Which one of y'all said anything about the color of the tracksuit? Even Sakura said there's a variety of them.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Want to repeat that one more time?
Huh? What'd I say?
But you know what you said, nigga.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw I saw him there stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he was heading off to exercise. Oh, so wait, is Celeste's hair blue or black? This artwork is confusing me. Anyways, back to the trial at hand.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Even Sakura's like, there's a variety of tracksuits. They never said anything about the actual color of it.
So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What you know, my guy? What you know that we don't?
What are you? You just...
What you know that we don't, my
Hey,
dude?
Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Oh, you better have a real good reason for
But
this.
because I just...
I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it.
Oh,
The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
so we just talking out names now. Makoto's Big Mac, Chihiro's Cherry.
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Damn, she gonna stab your ass. First of all, that tongue? Baki, you sure you don't want to get with that, bruh? She looked like she had snakes. She probably ain't got no gag reflex. I totally stole that joke from Second Gear Squad.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Oh, you just gonna lie like that, huh? When Celeste even said that she seen the tracksuit stuffed in a duffel bag, why was it in his hands?
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It's almost as if she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
6 feet deep.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Hey man, you know, the best way to help somebody dig their own grave is to provide them with the tools necessary to dig it. I just felt like the shovel was the best option for this scenario.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Wait. The way he was acting?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Oh, I'm assuming I got that thing wrong.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Facts, that would have slipped over my head.
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one.
Fuck, man, that shit sounds wrong.
Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Kyoko, you don't even see half these people as friends. You ain't got no right to throw that out there.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Why was that voice familiar? Why did that sound? How did that voice? My time. What is that voice? Oh, it's gonna bug me from now on. Where do I know that voice from? What? I'm gonna watch it back in editing. That voice is gonna blow me. I'll let you guys know when I'm editing this where that voice is so familiar to me. My time is near. What is that voice? It's gonna blow me.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Speak, man! You done already hyped yourself up. We are backed into a corner. Anything that you think could be evidence could literally get our asses off the wall here.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Mondo's. Ooh. I already knew it. Yeah, okay. It's Chihiro's then.
I got it!
I know it wasn't mine. I
We
assumed
know
Mondo.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot.
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Damn, and I was doing so good, too.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall.
I think we're starting to see a connection
For
here.
all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Yeah, we're 2 for 2.
Ooh. Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How, precisely, did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? There's only one possible explanation. By hitting its weak
I got
spot.
it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and 2 of them broke in quick succession, then...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Yeah, man, she's got you on the road, so what is
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Make it a punishment for purposely breaking it then.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
So I can get the fuck up out of here faster. Just make it a punishment.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Just make it a punishment so nobody else will do
Then
it.
allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break! I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, 'cause I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
Yeah, it feels fucking disgusting at the same time.
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
And we also just learned who the killer was.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
So, what if they kinda, sorta, maybe found out on accident?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
Yep.
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
Toss that shit.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Oh, so Taka, you know too, huh? Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to be the one who wore all their clothes in the sauna. It was none other than, if I can find you, the ultimate biker gang leader. So what do you gotta say, Mondo? How'd that endurance competition go between you and Taka?
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What?
Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Because your ass even knows it was him too. You just refuse to say it because he's your bro.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
About 2 or so days ago.
And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
God damn. Why don't you be the murderer the way you fighting against it? I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Make your argument. Broken handbook, hero's handbook, card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
So I'm
If
assuming
what
it's
he
gonna
says
be-
is correct,
it's gonna be
then
this.
Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Oh no.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Is it?
See? Look, Makoto was wrong after.
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
So the way you guys just seen my truth bullet bounce off, get used to that, because that's what happens with white noise. When you shoot your truth bullet and it hits white noise, it bounces straight off. Alright?
Let's test Makoto's
If what he says you broke your
own hand.
In other words, if then that proves.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Really?
No, that's wrong.
So, show us. Where it at? Where it at, Key?
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
That voice does not go with that person. That sounds like Mondo's voice. I think they fucked up, but we'll let it slide.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, The broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
And Hina, as much as I love you, I could have sworn we got this out of the way earlier. Bakia said this, loaning your handbook is prohibited, borrowing is not. So if you borrow a handbook from a dead person, so you can borrow a handbook from a dead person all you want.
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
They're a dead man.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Plus it's an exchange, so I get a handbook, you get a handbook.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so.
Turn that bitch on, if I'm wrong.
I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Once again, geez, you might as well be the murderer if you're gonna deny it this hard.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Alright. So, I'm gonna skip around this, because I'm pretty sure... I don't know. I may or may not skip around this, depends on what happens. Alright. So Chihiro was stuffing out a bag. Chihiro was stuffing a duffel bag. Celeste was sitting there looking like a whole ass savage about to rob you for your money. Like, so where your ass going? Chihiro's like, I'm not really going anywhere. You know me. But do these hold clues? Yes, they do. Celeste. Okay, so that's cool. I just wanted to make sure. Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse with a duffel bag, and if it's even here. Alright, so you seen Chihiro with the duffel bag and the coat sticking out. Chihiro tried to push that away and run off. Act 2, let's see what you are. There's something everyone has that you got. Okay, so, boom. You know, killer took their e-handbook up to here. Alright, which locker room did Chihiro go into? Alright, they took their handbook and went to... Nope, switch that, because that's actually right. I'm glad I seen that. Chihiro went into, if it's up here, you didn't go in the, what? Okay, here it is. Alright, so Chihiro then went into the boys' bathroom. Chihiro met the person he was supposed to be meeting with, putting their stuff down. Chihiro ends up talking to them. So I think, okay. Alright, so, wait. Okay, I guess that's right, because I don't see no other version of that. Nope, here we go. So Chihiro's talking, and the guy's like, hey, yo, Chihiro, listen. You say you want to get stronger, right? We about to lift some weights, alright? So the killer lifts a weight and bring it down with the force of God, alright? As the murder took place, some blood splattered onto something else, didn't it? Yep, on this poor girl's face. She wasn't even ready for that money shot, but okay. Anyways, Chihiro's knocked the fuck out, dead as shit. I'm talking, ain't waking up no time soon. The killer's like, damn, that just happened. And yeah. Alright, so the killer starts cleaning shit up. They're like, yo, I ain't trying to bust for this shit. To disguise the truth, the killers... I gotta stop kicking that water bottle over. To disguise the truth, the killers switched around the carpet as well as something else. So the killer, you know, picked the carpet up and moved that to the girls' locker room along with the poster of the girl who clearly was not ready for that money shot. Alright, grabbed Chihiro and was like, I gotta move this body. Which locker room did the killer move to? Alright, and we moved over to the girls' locker room. Alright, with whoever's handbook this was, moved over, and then the killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime. If I can find it, it will be... Oh, I can't fucking find it. The poster? Gotta be. Alright. So, Chihiro's dead as shit. The killer's like, goddamn, I can't believe I just did that, but also I got away with it, so holla at your boy. And Chihiro's laid the fuck out. Bakia, somehow, some way, knew this had happened and got into the girls' locker room. He's smiling. He's like, I'm gonna play the sickest fucking prank of the year on them. So, alright. So, Byakuya is like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna let my inner BDSM come out. We gonna tie this bitch up, alright? Strap her up, you know. So he straps Chihiro up, takes some of the blood, and I don't think I need a hint for this one. Begins to write out the phrase bloodless to make everybody think that this was a Genocide Jax thing. Again, Genocide Jax. Like from Mortal Kombat. Okay, Genocide Jax sort of ordeal. Next up, Act 5. The killer, I gotta see this. Where did the killer go after they were done? To the sauna to get rid of any evidence, so they ended up tossing in what I assume was Chihiro's handbook. Alright. What happened to the handbook after it got thrown in? And she hit the floor and burned. And that is our complete story.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro,
and asked if Chihiro wanted to lift some weights.
And attacked him.
My man just simply dropped it on accident.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
I didn't think this was going to kill Chihiro, shit.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Just make sure you go in at the right time, or Sakura and Hina will fuck you up. And Kyoko, she feels like it.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene...
How do you just... I have so many... How did you stumble into that crime scene? The doors are usually closed back once you enter. Unless somebody just left the door open.
He went and grabbed the extension cord from the library. And then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Complete.
Yeah. Wait. No. This can't be right.
On the contrary, it is very right.
Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence?
We just sat here and debated about it for an hour and a half.
You need evidence. You need proof.
You need to shut the fuck up when you're not needed.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo was the killer had already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to know more? I believe I know what this is. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time.
False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence. You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence. I won't listen! False!
Oh my goodness.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it.
I'll shoot through those lies, boy. Gun them down.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Mondo Owada, you may be the killer, but I gotta respect you as a man for at least being able to, in the end, to accept the fact that you was cornered. Because trust me, as we get further throughout this game, people are going to deny that shit to hell and back. So, as a man, as a human, fuck you for what you did. As a man, though, I respect the fact you were able to come clean with it in the end. Alright, A. Straight A's, boy. Never got that shit on a report card. Oh shit, straight A's though, for a grand total point of 1,064. I like that. 86 medals was awarded to us.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Still got respect for you as a man for at least admitting in the end that you did it.
Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Shit, I like that. That gruff in your voice.
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding on! Time for the moment we've all been waiting for! Grab your lever and give it a yank!
The one in my pants or the one next to me?
Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around?
The one next to me. Got it.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And the guilty party is Mondo Owada. Come on down. I should host Price is Right.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada.
Unbelievable.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka was the one who chose wrong. You're trending very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful. That should be death for him. He chose wrong. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? I'm not saying why that many times. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, looks like Mondo is taking a vow of silence. So allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
the story of the murder this time is a sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the circle button to fast forward the text. I'm glad how you just break the fourth wall. Anyway, there was a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. I screwed that up. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak even though you're a boy. He heard things like this for as long as he could remember and couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further in that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. Which, if I'm being honest here, and I'm going to be 100% honest, if Chihiro wasn't a guy, you would make it on top 10 out of the waifu ranking on this. But you're a guy, so you kind of ruined that for me. I don't want a guy dressing as a girl. I kind of want a girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything, even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turns out, this shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
I'm sorry, is your name secretly Dio from JoJo? I shouldn't even be able to make a joke like that because I've only seen episode 1 of JoJo as of this recording. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. This world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dressed like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust in such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. What? And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I could talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone. Unknowingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I want to get stronger and accept who I am. I'm gonna just grab that. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved on taking immediate action. And so, that day he made a commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And that person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Can I just say that doing Monokuma's voice is slightly hurting my head?
Uh-huh.
Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was a very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talk... Oh, well, that is not Monokuma. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked What? That should be Monokuma talking. From that dialogue. Okay. So, he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration. And he thought only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to it. So then that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That would have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he had made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he was killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all of that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong!
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while you're on the subject, why don't I tell you the embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey,
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs across the country tremble. But the only reason he had a chance to join the gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the stray-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown to the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one of the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. That sounds fucking disgusting. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. That kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard gossip and whispers from the other members of the biker gang, which is why
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta
Don't
win.
fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, lying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so badly, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I'm
strong. Not saying strong that many times. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding a light on his secret. Mondo killed his older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? Huh? Because, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us?
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying
What?
if I really am, I should be able to just tell everyone my secret? Huh? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why did you tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you.
You son of a
And
bitch!
stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying on at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was staring at him on the ground. Hey!
I killed him.
Oh, okay, you're saying
I killed Chihiro.
Alright, let me not step on your line.
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in that? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard. Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you.
Yep.
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. Is what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
Well now.
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Iwata, the ultimate biker gang leader. No, wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Low-key, Mondo sounds like the grizzled old man. But, alas, it is punishment time. Those who disturb the peace will be punished. My man Monokuma rocking a nice hairdo. I see it. The Cage of Death. My man Monokuma said, fuck this. Yo, how fast is he going to the point where he's generating? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, he's dead. Where's Mondo? You moved him so fast. You turned him into butter. Hot damn. Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. A stalk of sad screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But he of course had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Akia?
What is this?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this is a life or death game.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that...
However...
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm and emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? But you mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would it have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene? But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you'd have been dead too, right? Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it had reached that point. But of course, watch it turn to look me in the eye. I can feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I do decide to become the Blacken, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving
Hey.
on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You
like to perform these elaborate executions each time, right? My question is, why? Do you like them? But, you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Huh?
Mean? Mean? Mean?
What the heck? Damn it!
Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, we're going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ooh, how exciting!
Ah, Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to a level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I've achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm gonna find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up!
Oh, so cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fears and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it was amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There is only one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student I knew.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What's this? We got a traitor on our hands. Wonder who it could be. Oh, we had 12. Now we're at 10. Wait, 12. Sayaka. Whatever. You received a crazy diamond present. Would you like to save? Yes. Also, I'm going to end this video here on the save screen because, yeah, Class Trial is over. Nothing left to do in this episode because this episode is long. Didn't think it was going to be this long, but it is this long. So, yeah, I'm going to end this episode right here. If you guys did enjoy this episode, why don't you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And when we come back, we'll see the aftermath and basically find out how everybody's feeling about, you know, the recent trial that took place. So, yeah, with that being said, this is Charlie Plays signing out saying peace, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next video. Dose to Danya.